Hey guys, so today I am going to do a little story time video because I have quite the interesting story to tell everyone. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter or any of that, you would know that on Wednesday I went to Philly and I went to the Philadelphia Jingle Ball. Pretty much like that was not a plan. I've been planning on going to the Tampa Jingle Ball in Florida next week, but I had no plans to go to another Jingle Ball. We finished classes on Tuesday. We have exams, so classes are over. And most of my exams were on Friday, Saturday, and next Tuesday. Pretty much, I wasn't having any exams Wednesday or Thursday. Like, I didn't want anyone thinking that, like, I'm skipping school. Like, I'm not. I'm going to school. Go to school, kids. It's great. It's great. Anyways. So I was hanging out on Wednesday afternoon, like literally just sitting in my room. My friend texted me and he said, "Can you get to Philly tonight?" And I was like, no. But I was like, why? Because he has like a lot of extra tickets and like sometimes he'll be able to give me free tickets and stuff. And it was ready, keep in mind, I think it was like 4 o'clock. And he said he had 2 extra tickets to the Jingle Ball in Philly tonight. And so I was like, shit, like that's really cool. So then out of curiosity, I was like, I wonder how far Philly is. So I looked it up and it's only an hour from Greensboro and it was probably like 4:15 at this point. The only person I could think of who would be able to come is my friend 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗦𝗔. We met at the 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗦 concert back in October at Lehigh. We had both like traveled there, neither of us were Lehigh students. We both went there just to see her and we became like literally best friends. So I immediately thought of her, so I texted her. And I was like, do you want to go to the Jingle Ball, blah, blah, blah. I found one flight that was 5:58 p.m. out of the Greensboro airport. It got into Philly at 7:30. The Wells Fargo like center where the Jingle Ball was 9 minutes away from the airport. And so I was like, this could actually work if I can get on this flight. I texted my mom and I was like, do you mind if I go to Philly? And she was like, and I was trying to like kind of play it cool, like, yeah, like I'm just gonna like run to Philly, like don't worry about it, like whatever. So I go online and I find the one flight, there's literally only one flight left on American, and they said there were seats, but they said that I had to call to book it because I couldn't book it online. So I call and then they tell me that I have to go to the airport and book it there because there's so little time before the flight. So I'm like standing in my room and I'm like, do I drive to the airport and possibly not get on this flight? And then I was like, I have nothing to lose, I'm gonna do it. So I threw on an outfit so quickly, I grabbed my backpack and I just like threw things in it. Like my makeup wasn't done, my hair wasn't done, nothing was done. I was like, I did not look good. I got an Uber, I was downstairs in the lobby of my building and it said it was 5 minutes away and it had been at least like 10 minutes. And I was like, I cannot wait for this Uber, like I can't do it. And I can't even explain how anxious I was because I was like, this could actually happen and I need to get to the airport. So I decided I would drive myself because I do have my car here and I don't love driving it to the airport because I don't necessarily know where to park, but I was like, you know what, in this situation I need to go. So I ran back upstairs, grabbed my keys, ran to my car. It's supposed to take like 30 minutes, it literally took me like 20 or maybe 15. Like I was driving so quickly and it's like rush hour. The one thing I forgot to bring was my camera, so I wish I could have vlogged this whole experience, but I didn't. So here I am telling a story about it. I got to the airport and like the airport is tiny, but I had no idea where to park. So I literally just drove up to departures and just parked in this random spot. Like there was a thing to pay, but I didn't have quarters, I didn't have time, I had to go. So I just like literally left, ran into the airport. I went to like American Airlines desk. Like I literally started crying because I was so nervous that they were gonna say no. I was just like overwhelmed with emotions at this point because so much was happening at one time. I knew there were seats on the flight, but it's just a question of their policy and if like they're able to put people on the flight like this last minute, that kind of thing. So I was like, are you able to put me on the 5:58 p.m. flight to Philly? And at this point it's 5:15, so it's literally less than 45 minutes before the flight takes off. And they were like, boop, 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 whatever. And they're like, yes, we can put you on the plane. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. So at this point, I hadn't told anyone at High Point that I was leaving because I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it out. So I didn't tell my suite mate, I didn't tell my friends, like I literally did not tell anyone. I just left. Because I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm driving to the airport to like try to catch a flight to go to Philly, like to go to a concert tonight. Like, first of all, it's a waste of time texting that I don't have. And then second of all, it's literally just like my friends here, like, I mean, I love them to death, but they don't know me the way that like my friends back in Connecticut do, or my friends who have known me for a while. So they'd just be like, Sammy, what the fuck, like, you're insane, which I am completely insane, but I didn't need them to be like, no, that's crazy, like, what are you doing? You know, my friends at home, like, this doesn't surprise them, like, this is something that I would do. So then when I got to the airport, like, I texted my suite mate, I was like, hey, like, I'm spending the night in Philly, I'll be back tomorrow. I just thought it was funny, because I was just like, peace, and I was just like having a great time, like, confusing people. But then I told them, I was like, I'm actually running to Philadelphia tonight for the Jingle Ball, and they were all like. So I was on the plane, I was on like Maps looking for a hotel to stay in that night because I needed somewhere to stay. While I was on Maps looking for somewhere to stay, I saw that UPenn is like really close to where the concert was. And like, I don't know Philadelphia very well, so I couldn't, you know, like, I wasn't sure. But my friend Sadie goes to UPenn. I texted her and I was like, it's a really long story, but is there any chance I can stay with you tonight? And she was like, sure. Which was really, really nice of her because she had finals and she was super stressed out. She totally did not have to let me stay with her, so shout out to her and her 2 roommates who were all super nice, and it was like perfect place to stay. On the plane, I did my makeup. I like took out the tray table, which was broken, and I put like all my makeup out on it. Then I like used my iPad as a mirror and put like the light on above me. The lighting was literally so bad. My makeup turned out horrible. Like, it looked so terrible. And then I hopped in Donica's car. I was so happy to see her. Like, I cannot explain how, first of all, just weird it is that like we literally just met once, but like she's literally my best friend. Like, I love her so much. I know that sounds stupid. This like reoccurring theme of how like music just brings people together in the craziest ways. You really never know who you're gonna meet or how much of an impact they're gonna make on your life. I got in Donica's car at the airport and I was just like mind blown. Like, we were both sitting in the car and we were like, this is like fucking happening. Like, this is happening. Literally less than 2 hours ago, I was just hanging out in my like room doing absolutely nothing, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm in a different state, you know, going to this concert and all this stuff. So it was just crazy. So we got to the concert. We missed 𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗚, I don't know how you say his name. We missed him because we were a little bit late, but we saw everyone else and it was absolutely amazing. It was so much fun. We were in the 5th row. We saw 𝗙𝗘𝗏𝗡𝗚. Dua Lipa. Shawn Mendes. Calvin Harris. Marshmello. G-Eazy. I think that's it. I really like can't remember because all the people just kind of mushed together in my head. But what I was excited about was this Jingle Ball lineup was different than the Tampa one. So there's obviously overlap like Shawn Mendes and Marshmello, but there's also different. So what I was most excited for was that G-Eazy was at this one, but he's not going to be at the Tampa one, so I was really excited to see him. So G-Eazy did absolutely amazing. He brought out 𝗙𝗘𝗅𝗡𝗚𝗅, and they've done a few songs together, and they sang one new song, which is Love Her Too. They sang an old song called You and Me. So I was so happy because I love 𝗙𝗚𝗖𝗓𝗍 like so much. I found out about him through G-Eazy because years and years ago, the first G-Eazy concert I went to, 𝗙𝗚𝗖𝗓𝗍 opened, and now he's bigger and he has his own album and all this stuff. So I thought it was really cool to see him again. Everyone did an amazing job. And so it was just so much fun. And then after the show, 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗏 took me to UPenn. So shout out 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗏 again for driving. We did some 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗏 carpool karaoke on the way to UPenn, which was much needed because I never have people to like jam out to 𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗏 songs with in the car. Obviously 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗏 and I can do that together.
Demons, I'm quicker than this ball, and all the kids cry out, please stop, you're scaring me, I can't help the one who puts you up there, leave in the sky, doesn't ever get lonely, thinking you could live without me.
So I said goodbye to her, which was really sad. Then I stayed at my friend Sadie's for the night. That next morning, my flight was at like 7 a.m. or something crazy like that. I got back up, hopped on a plane, landed back in Greensboro at 10:30 a.m. So I was there for like 16 hours, I think, like not even a full day. It was insane. And then I was really nervous that the airport was going to tow my car because I had parked in this random spot. I didn't pay. I was so nervous. Luckily, it was there. And then I finally got back to campus, and it was just crazy because, you know, like I was in Philly and then I was back. It was just so surreal because when I was at the concert, you know, one of the artists would be like, Philly, how are we doing tonight? And I would be like, right, like I'm in Philadelphia, like what the fuck? Like it was just weird. My ears were still popped from being on the plane. Like it was just weird. I hope you guys like this video. I will see you guys next week for the Tampa vlog. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be like one vlog of the Jingle Ball and then one vlog of the rest of our trip, or like one big vlog. I guess it kind of depends on how much footage we get, but I think you guys will definitely like that video. So that's coming up. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe down below so that you can get notified when I post new videos. I've also linked all my social media below, so definitely make sure to hit that up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!